after the holiday. It's the weekend after the holiday. I wanted to do something different and unique, so I'm actually here on Roosevelt Island, which is an island that is in between Manhattan and Queens. It's like a tiny little bridge ride from Queens into here, but it offers incredible views of the city, like landscape. There's also a beautiful park dedicated to Roosevelt here, and there's also just these sprawling hills and architecture here. So I wanted to try something different with my trusty Pentax 6.7. Usually I'm shooting medium format photos with it, 120, 220, stuff like that. But I came across something that made me want to try something new, something that's really interesting. And that's actually shooting 35mm film. So basically the way you do this, but it's actually pretty simple. There are these parts that people 3D print and you can buy on eBay for like $6. Here's the take-up spool. And then there's this unique thing, because we all know 120 film is a little bit bigger than 35. They have these two little parts that you get, and one goes into the bottom like so, and then the other one, a bit longer, goes into the top part, and then you have a full-sized 120 size roll that'll fit in a medium format camera. And the cool thing about this is, since the camera shutter is so big on 120s, you actually get all of the whole entire film exposed. Usually you have the sprockets blacked out and stuff like that on 35mm. This exposes the photo on the whole frickin' roll. It's actually really cool. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna load this up, walk around Roosevelt Island taking some photos, and try to get a bunch of those. One of the unique kind of problem for shooting panoramics with a medium format camera is, since it's 35mm, it's a much thinner strip. So you kind of have to set up the frame through your eyepiece to make sure that it's going to actually fill up the whole frame. So that last shot I took of the bridge, you have to point up a little bit. You have to make sure everything is kind of in the middle plane of the photo, because if not, you're gonna miss some of the stuff in the photo. So that is one of the things you have to do. You can use things like cardboard to make that in the lens, but I just kind of make sure everything is in the middle of the frame when I shoot it. One thing I really like about doing this is it pushes my creativity even further, because I have to line up the shot properly. And just like with medium format, I only have 15 shots, so I have to be careful in what I'm shooting. And it's just that, it's another challenge, it's another thing to do, but I'm excited to see what the photos look like, especially since they go over all the sprocket holes. It should be really interesting. All right, so I just finished one roll. Now I have to change it, which comes the difficult part of this whole experiment, interesting way of doing this. This is the not easy, fun part. So what I mean by that is, since this is a 35mm roll in here, with 120 film, you have paper that protects it on the way in and on the way out. With 35 millimeter, there's only the canister that you rewind into when you're done. So since I'm using this in a 120 with a spool that's going to the other side, there's no rewind function on this camera. So what I have to do is I got to put the camera in the dark bag here and rewind the spool in the dark bag. This is the first time I've ever used a dark bag for something like this. Hopefully I don't F it up. Shouldn't be that hard. Let's give it a shot. In goes the camera. We zip it up. We Velcro it so no light gets in. Put our arms in like a goddamn reversible shirt. And we're in. You can tell when you're done because you can feel tension. You can't go any further. It's hard. It's not easy, especially doing it in a car. I think I'm doing it. Oh, I think I'm doing it. Oh, I did it. I did it. I ain't ruined the film. Oh, thank God I didn't ruin the film. Cool. Well, hopefully this bag is as light sealed as it says it is, and this is good. But this is the first roll I've done with the medium format panoramic kind of hack. I'm going to go to the other side of Roosevelt Island, takes another roll, and then after that, it's really cold out, so I'll probably go home, but awesome. Also, I love the way I have this camera set up in the car. It works very, very well. It's actually very sturdy. It's a great tripod situation. Oh God. All right, so I made it to the other side of the island. There's nowhere to really park. Ooh, ducks. So I'm just in like this makeshift parking lot that's over here. So I'm gonna load the camera up real quick, walk to the area I know over here, pop a couple shots off and come right back because I don't want to get a ticket, though I don't think I will. It's Saturday, no one's working wherever this building is. I'm heading back to my car now. I took a photo of that, but I also took one vertically. So that should come out really interesting since, you know, we're doing panoramic shots. Since I'm doing a vertical shot, it should be, you know, dead center and really interesting. So we'll see how it came out. Again, if it came out good, you're seeing this video.